continuación invitamos a Uma Kopalle, SVP and Head of BFS Solutions de Innova Solutions, para la charla que liderará denominada Navigating the Digital Transformation. Muchas gracias.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, congratulations to Sofka family for this incredible achievement. I'm honored to be part of these celebrations. Okay. Whenever I hear about digital transformation, I remember the verses from an ancient Indic text, Rigveda. In Sanskrit, it is called Ekam Sat Viprad Bahuda Vadanti. In English, Luis, pardon. Ekam Sat Vipran Bahuda Vadanti. That's in Sanskrit. In English, it is truth is one, wise people call it with various names. Got it? Verdad es una, right? Yeah. So to continue that, coming from the banking and financial services, I think digital transformation is the complete or comprehensive overhaul of the business strategy, focusing on customer experience, innovation, and growth, enabled by the disruptive technologies MACXDS. MACXDS is the acronym which I use to group 6 disruptive technologies which are enabling digital transformation in banking and financial services. I'm sure everyone know about these things when I start elaborating MACXDS. MACXDS stands for M for microservices, A for APIs, C for cloud native, X for experience, D for data science, and S for security. Microservices is a game-changing thing which allows us to create foundational service components to rapidly develop, deploy, and helps the financial institutions to react to the market conditions and remain competitive. APIs, many people spoke about the APIfication. APIs, whether it is open APIs or open finance, closed APIs, APIs are helping us to create an ecosystem of players coming from banks, commerce companies, fintech, startups, with the end goal of delivering products which will be impacting the lives of the people. That's super important for us in today's environment. The third one is cloud native. Cloud has become the foundation for digital transformation in many industries. Of course, people are moving from thinking about the cost optimization, scalability, performance. Now, we see a trend where cloud native applications being built by using the capabilities of the platforms, which is super important because it helps you to think, innovate, and create those products which would be relevant for the future as well. Experience. With respect to experience, experience is driving digital economies. I call it from boomers to zoomers. Boomers, the baby boomers, zoomers, Gen Z customers. Everyone is driven by the experience. Previously, we used to talk about multi-channel, omni-channel experiences. Now, mobile has becoming the only channel for experience. And with the experience, it's not only a good-looking mobile app, but what kind of different things one would be able to do with that in the absence of meeting a banker in person. That gives the confidence and trust for the customers when they deal with the mobile app. That is the single point of engagement, like an emerging engagement single point of contact for the customers. Data and data science. Data is the lifeblood of digital transformation. Looking at the paradigm of data, information, knowledge, and wisdom, data science is playing critical role. However, in my experience in banking and financial services is We are somewhere in between the information and knowledge, meaning we are able to build the data management applications and we're able to create the insights, but many of the banks are not yet there in bringing into the decision engines. Security, a critical thing in the entire digital transformation, because as the banks and financial services institutions or even the fintech companies, it is our responsibility to protect the data of the customers, but also protect our assets, physical and digital, because we are ultimately responsible for the compliance and regulation in this highly regulated industry. Now, if we consider this as the current state, I see a lot of things happening in LATAM with especially with the APIfication and the experience. So many LATAM companies, the banks are trying to provide the lifestyle services, which we are calling as embedded commerce. So you embed different types of commerce things and lifestyle things into the bank's portfolio. The other side is the brands are trying to embed finances into their portfolio, which is called embedded finance. After APAC, I see LATAM is becoming pioneer into this game. Now, okay, we are here, we are doing this. It probably started 5-6 years ago. Now it got picked up during COVID, and everyone is talking about these things, and we're moving really fast with these things. What would be the future? Are we already into the future? What's happening there? My comment on that is, in Latin, there's something called QVADIS. QVADIS in Latin means, where are you going? So I took that as an inspiration and created another acronym like MACXDS. It is called QVADIS. QVADIS, the expansion of QVADIS is quantum computing, virtual reality, artificial intelligence, distributed ledgers, and security. These are the 6 technology groups which I believe is going to transform the industry in future. I can see some of the transformations are already happening using these technologies. Quantum computing is really fascinating. Quantum computing is based on the principles of quantum mechanics. Qubit entanglement, they change the game. They actually gives us a different perspective on how do we process and store the information. Basically, they give you the best decision out of the available decisions. Banks already started, I would say the global banks started experimenting with quantum computing. We see the experiments being carried out in financial modeling, algorithmic trading, because it improves the performance of underlying algorithms to an nth extent. And of course, there are certain groups which are actually working on the quantum encryption, which is highly linked to the cybersecurity. V stands for virtual reality. Because I wanted to have that acronym, I used V, but actually it is all types of reality, augmented, mixed reality, and virtual reality. Last year, we have seen a flash in the pan, the metaverse thing, but I don't believe it's just a flash in the pan, because this virtual reality is closely linked to enhancing the customer experiences. Now, slowly, the demographic change is happening. We see that in the consumer banking, but it is also getting into business banking, corporate banking, asset management, wealth management, where experience is driving everything, whether it is from the customers or even from the employee standpoint. The third one, where we see great amount of investments, is artificial intelligence, whether it is a general AI or generative AI. Now, things are moving from the knowledge part to wisdom part, where based on the technologies underlying, the banks are able to, or even the fintech companies are able to provide the decision in no time. Probably you might have heard about Alibaba. For their SMB customers, they can get a loan in 3 minutes with 1 second decisioning and 0 human touch. Things are already happening. And I see huge amount of investments getting rolled out into AI. Of course, there is a generative AI phenomena this year in the last 6-7 months, but it is becoming a generic or a general AI where the decisions in the lending, in the trade finance, especially in the payments area, to curtail the fraudulent transactions, it's happening everywhere. And it is the AI part is super important when we talk about unbanked and underbanked segments across the globe to enable and empower the customers with relevant financial products. The next one is distributed ledgers. Somebody spoke about cryptocurrency and blockchain. But if you look at the underlying technology of distributed ledgers, it is a game-changing thing. It is already happening in various areas of banking and financial services. We have seen people going live with the trade finance consortiums, and roughly 120 countries have been experimenting with central bank digital currencies and stable coins. Once these things come into play, the money movement, not only domestic money movement, but also cross-border money movement would become really easy and less expensive, which would open many doors across the globe. The next one is IoT. IoT is, from a maturity standpoint, I would say it is at a very initial stages, but IoT plays a big role when we talk about connected, hyper-personalized experiences, either to individual customers or to companies which are into global trade. However, though it started a bit early, we did not see much pickup in the area due to various reasons, mainly the hardware impediments in that area. But slowly people are actually adapting to IoT technologies in the banking and financial services. This is also happening because of the confluence of commerce and finance to provide those products and services to the customers. Last but not least, security. Again, an important aspect in our daily lives as well as the financial services industry. I see the innovation and experiments happening in security day by day, and people are coming with not only biometric and those kind of things, but humongous amount of effort being put into creating the encrypted versions of different layers. Now the quantum AI, quantum encryption is also becoming from lab. Very soon they're going to become mainstream. That's about QVADIS. As wise people, we all in this room, the question we need to ask ourselves is, like going with the soft cost thing, QVADIS con la actitud de transformar. Thank you so much.